Lecture by CYC Chen Cynthia. You can pause anytime you need. 你可以随时按下暂停键。Make sure have your tools ready. Hello everyone, today we are going to do the watercolor. So, before the class, here has something you have to check out. So, about the paper, alright? So, make sure you are using the watercolor paper. Normally, they will write the watercolor on the cover of the book. Okay, even you have the different blends, it's okay. So, you will see the watercolor on the cover. Alright, so they are the watercolor papers. So, you are not going to use the sketch pad, even the printing paper. They are not the right media for the watercolor. Alright, so first of all, you have to check the paper. Alright, and you have to use the hands to touch the paper, front and the back. So the front is a little bit textures, rough. So you will feel the texture is a little bit rough on the front, and the back will be very, very smooth. Nothing on it. So don't use the wrong side of the watercolor paper. Alright, so that is about the paper. Then, if you want to outline your watercolors with the markers, you have to check your marker is waterproof. So how can you check it? So first of all, you have to see there's the permanent markers. So which means this is the waterproof markers. Alright, so you will see this one as well. You see the permanent, and you also can see the permanent on this one as well. Let me find it. It's right here, permanent. Okay, but if you find the marker looks like this, nothing on it, just the brand, the Crayola, the name of the company, and you don't see the permanent, which means this is the regular marker. So don't use this one. This is the wrong. We use the waterproof marker to trace if you want to. Alright, so the paper is right, the marker is ready. Now we can begin the class. Alright, so today we are going to do the watermelons with the watercolors. Okay, so grab your papers, pencils, and erasers. Alright, so first of all, we have to lay out. So we have to make sure the watermelon is big enough for our paper and they are not too small, right? So we won't have too much white space. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see more clear. Alright, so we are going to do 2 slices. So we are going to do the first one. So they see the line is pretty light. I'm not going to make the outline too dark. Especially, I'm going to remove the box after I finish the watermelon. Okay, the box just helping me to find the place and got the size. Alright, so let's see. I have less than 2 fingers on the left. I got less than 2 fingers on the right. I have less than 2 fingers at the bottom. Okay, so make sure your watermelon is close to the left. So we can do something else on the right. Alright, less than 2 fingers on the side, less than 2 fingers on the top, less than 2 fingers at the bottom. Alright, that's my first watermelon. Then I'm going to have it another rectangle behind. See, it's a slightly lower. Okay, it's not on the same level, it's slightly lower. And it will be the same. Go over. Sorry, I didn't make the line looks good. Let me remove it. Do it one more time. And you will see it looks like this. So the bottom line is higher a little bit. The top line is lower a little bit. And the side is also left than 2 fingers. It's left less than 2 fingers, so right, left are similar size. Okay, so we're done with the layout. So we can move on to do the shape of the watermelon. Alright, so I'm gonna do the front one first. Then I'll go to do the back one. Okay, so let's begin. Let me zoom in even more. So I want you to find the center of the box on here. Center right here. Alright, then I want to add in the line very short on the left. Can you see I make the line a little bit darker? Okay, then I'm going to add in 2 diagonal lines from left and right. Okay, straight down, not straight down, it's going to like the diagonal. Okay, then the right, and I'm keeping the same size. I have it in like the same size, so I'm not going to change the width. I am not going to change the width. They should look like the same. From the top to the bottom, they should look like the same. Alright, so from this point, this one on the right, okay, and I'm going to do another diagonal line all the way down and touch the box and stop right there. So it looks like the triangle you see. Okay, then a curve. I'm not touching the box. I'm not touching the box yet. Okay, a curved line on the bottom, close on the side. And the watermelon got the skin, a very thick skin, right? So that's it. I'm going to add in the skins, touch the box, going out and close. So we have the watermelon on the top and the skins at the bottom. Okay? Alright, then we are going to working on the watermelon behind. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to cross the line from here, like the horizontal, all the way. See, you're not stopped right there. You have to continue until you touch the watermelon right here and stop and pretend it's something behind, something happened behind, then continue right here and stop here. Okay, all right, so we are going to do a half watermelon shape, like the half circle. So curve, try to make the curve smooth. Again, I'm not touching the bottom, we are making the skin right there. So I'm going to do something right here. Close. It looks like they are continue, is behind. Okay, then we add in the skin, so double line, double lines. Alright, so now we are adding the seed. But before that, we have to make sure the paper looks clean. Alright, so we're gonna remove the pencil like that. We don't need it. Okay, we already done with the watermelons and we don't need that anymore. So we try to keep the paper as clean as we can. Alright, as clean as we can. Okay, cool. Alright, now the watermelon got many black seeds, so we are adding it like the water shape, the water drop. So you're gonna add in the seed as much as you want. You can have 10, you can have 6, you can have even more, but up to you, your choice. This is your watermelon, so you can add in the seed. Even you want to add in the smile face on the seed, it will be okay. because this is your drawing. It's all coming from your imaginations. Alright, so don't limit yourself. You can add in the sea as much as you can, and you even can create something on the sea. Alright, so now is the time for you to add in the background. Okay, so here has some questions for you. First, what do you think? What kind of object next to the watermelons looks good or making sense? Alright, for example, I probably will add in the ants coming here to eating the watermelons. Or I need some napkin next to the watermelon because they are too juicy. Right? Every time I eat the watermelons, they always come out with so many watermelon juice on the table. So I have to wipe them dry, right? So now it's your turn to think about what do you want to have next to the watermelons or on top of the watermelons, or even you want to have some bite on the watermelon. Alright, so that is your choice. Now you can begin to add in your decoration and the background. So when you finish the watermelon background and the decorations, so you can grab your permanent markers, the waterproof markers, okay, to outline your watermelons. But you are not going to use one single markers to trace every single part. Alright, so that's show you. I got the fine markers, so I can also say that's the thick markers. Alright, I only trace the outline of the watermelons. Looks like this. Okay, and I'm going to use the thin, looks like the needle, the thin markers to trace the sea, because there is something pretty small, right? And the skin. But you might have the question, teacher, I might have no thin marker like you have. It's okay, you can just grab the pencil crayons to help you to outline, because the pencil crayon is also waterproof. Okay, so now it's your time to start to outline your drawings. Okay. Alright, so when you finish the tracing, don't forget you're going to remove the pencil line that we don't need it, so we can keep our paper clean and professional. Alright, so after you finish tracing, we are going to have our 3 minutes water break. Alright, so during the water break, you can go to the washroom, drinking some water, or even you can do some exercise. Alright, if you are not able to finish your work, it's okay. You can use the 3 minutes water break to continue and complete your work. Alright, then don't forget to coming back after the water break because we are going to do the watercolorings all together, step by step. Alright, so now you can go on your 3 minutes water break. Welcome back everyone. So let's see what tool you gonna need for this sections. So we are doing the watercolor. You need the water. Okay, it has to be cool, clean water. Don't use the water that is with the temperatures. So no warm water, no hot water. They will damage your watercolor brush. Okay, always the cool water. Okay, then we need to have a towel for drying our brushes. If you don't have the towel that is for your watercolors, don't go to the kitchen to grab the towel. Okay, don't do that. If you don't have the wand for you to do the arts, you can grab a piece of the napkin and you can reuse it until the color is fully covered on your napkin. Alright, so if you don't have the towel for your artwork, the napkin is work. Okay, but don't go to the washroom to grab the toilet paper. because the toilet paper was stuck on your watercolor brush. Alright, then of course we need to have our watercolor brush. So you have to see the watercolor brush is very soft, right? It's nothing looks like the grass. If you have the one looks like the dry grass, don't use that. That is for oil painting. Okay, so try to find the one that looks very soft like this and bouncy. Okay, so put that on the side. And you need to have the watercolor paint. Okay, sometimes it comes with a tray like this. You got many color on top. Or sometimes you will have something looks like the tube. Okay, so both of them are the same. And the most important thing, you need to find a tray or the dish plate, because we are going to mix and blend in the color on top. Okay, so that's it. Do you have all the things on the screen right now? Okay, water, towel or napkins, watercolor brushes, big, medium and small, watercolor pens with the colors, and the watercolor tray so you can mix the color on. Alright, so when you got every single things on the screen, so the most important thing is your joints. Don't forget to have them, okay? Because we are going to color this one. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to teach you how to mix the color with the water. Okay, so let me grab my brush and we were going to do it step by step. First of all, see, I place my brush in the water and make sure they are clean. So I just tap in the water. Don't play the water or drain the water. Okay, then I apply the water on the tray. This water, right? You can see it. Then I grab the color. See, that's the color. I have the color and do what? Mix it. So I mix the color with the water. So now it feels like very juicy, very watery, like the juice. If you color like the ketchup, yogurt, or smoothie, they are too rich. They are not going to be the watercolor. Okay, the watercolor, you have to mix the water and the color. Alright, so that's it. I choose the red color for my watermelons, but you can use the orange or yellow because they do have this kind of the watermelon, right? So first of all, I'm going to have my color looks like this. Alright, so I'm going to color this one. So let me zoom in so you can see even clear. So when I color, I only color the top first, half of them. Be careful, we have to keep the color inside. Okay, almost half of them. Then what do I need to do? I wash my brush, release the water. Okay, then I brush the bottom a little bit so you can see the color is a little bit pink, right? Then I brush, but there's a gap. It doesn't make sense. So I bring the color up and touch the color and bring the color down. Okay, but you see I got too many water right here. What can I do? Can I use the napkin to tap the paper? Don't do that. We dry the brush on the towel and use the brush to remove the color. So see, we got a basic color, dark, medium, and light. It is the color blending. It's actually the color volume. Okay, so can I do the color right here? No, because this part hasn't dried yet. If I color the color on the right next to it, all the color will going through the other parts. I don't want to see something looks like this. So I'm going to do the colors on the right first, this one. So I'm going to color the top. So don't you can ignore the C because the C will going to be brown. So no worry, the brown color can cover the red. Okay, so same thing, I'm going to color the half of them. Alright, then remember the next step. We wash the brush, water. Okay, then I color on the bottom a little bit. I color on the bottoms. You got the pink color. And now I can bring the color from the top to the bottom. Okay, so extra water, too much water right here. I'm going to remove the extra water on the napkins. Then use my brush to move the extra water from the paper. So only thing that can touch your paper is the brush, not the hands, not the napkin. Alright, so now you can begin to color your watermelon. Okay, so before the watermelons are totally dry, I'm not going to color the green skins. Okay, because the green color will go through the red color. I don't want that happen. So I'm designed to color my ground first because my red color is not touching the floor or the ground. Okay, so you can choose any colors and that you think is making good on the joint, so you can use that color. All right, so now it's your time to color your floor or the table. So after we finish the ground or the table, we have to wait. We have to wait about 1 to 2 minutes until all the paper are totally dry, so we can color the skins of the watermelons and the seed and even your background. Alright, so now everyone, you must be very, very patient. So during this time, you can go to change the water or wash your tray. For the next part, you add in the color for the backgrounds and the rest of the decorations. Alright, so now everyone, you have to wait. Don't be rushed, okay? Alright, so when the paper are totally dry, you don't see any flections. So we can do the next part, okay? So first of all, you have to find the smallest brush. Okay, you are not going to use this big brush to color the small skin, right? It doesn't make sense. You are very easy to color out of the shape. Okay, so try to find the right size. Alright, then choose one color for the skin. So I'm going to use the green colors. So that's it. You are not going to color all of them in one green colors. Okay, so it looks like this. And zoom in even more so you can see. So let me find the direction right here. Okay, so we are going to trace the skin at the bottom. So you are not going to fully color the bottom part. See, I leave some white space. Okay, so the bottom is green, the top is white. Then we're gonna wash our brush. Remove the water from the towel this time. Then I brush where? I brush the white area. See? I brush on top of my white area. So the color will become, the bottom part has more greenish, the top will be the bright greenish. Okay, so one more time, we are going to color the bottoms. Then remove, wash the brush, remove the water, then color, brush on the top. Okay, so right here, I add in the green color half of it, wash my brush, release the water on the towel, then brush on top. See, I can wash the red color out a little bit. Okay, so now you can start to try your best. Alright, so we only color the half of the bottom. Okay, we are not going to color the entire area. Half of the bottom. Wash the brush, release the water, and brush on top of the white space. So you are going to got the color value on the skin as well. Alright, and how about the C? So that's C mine trayer right here. I got the green colors, as you see. I have red, I have orange. So I'm gonna mix all of them together. So I got brown. Alright, so I'm gonna use this color to color on top of the C for every single one. Okay, so again, you are not going to use a drying brush to color somewhere small. Okay, so now you can begin to color the skin and the sea. Alright, so I still have some brown colors left, right? So we are not going to waste it. So we apply the brown color at where? Under the watermelon. It is the shadow. Just one light. Just one light. We trace it under the watermelons. But this one is a little bit special because it's going to over it, right? So I cross over a little bit until here. If you have the object like the ants, don't forget to add in the shadow for them. They also have the shadow. If you have the juice, they need to have some shadow, but very, very small. Don't make the big shadow like you did for the watermelons. They are very thin. Alright, then I wash my brush, apply the water on the brown color. So I apply the brown color. So I make the brown color even more watery. Then I'm going to color, brush under the shadow one more time to make the shadow looks even bigger. Okay, then now is your time to start to color your own background. Okay, so everyone should has different background. Even you can color the back of the watermelons. That will be your choice. If you have something on the table, just wait the shadow dry so you can add in the color for like my ants. Alright, so now it's your time to color your background and your small decorations. So when you finish your drawings, don't forget we always sign the name, write down the dates. Okay, and don't forget you have to wait the paper are totally dry so you can use the marker to write something on top. Okay, even you want to add in the words like the title, watermelons. You can do that, but you have to make sure the paper are totally dry so you are not going to damage your markers. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed the class today. I will going to see you guys soon. When you complete your drawing, sign the name and write down the date. 完成画作之后，签下你的名字，更写上日期。Don't forget to take a photo of your drawing and send it to us. 不要忘记帮你的作品拍上照片寄给我们哦。And don't forget to clean out the table before you go. 不要忘记清洁你的桌子哦。Bye bye, see you next time.